It's time for the mountain. The past 3 weeks in this world have all been leading up to this. A project requiring well over 100,000 blocks to complete. So naturally, we're going to do what every Minecraft creator does and split it into phases. Phase 1, materials. Phase 2, the build. Phase 3, detailing. And of course, phase 4, profits. And currently this entire project feels very daunting, especially since I need to finish by Monday and it's currently Friday morning. Welcome back to Just Create. Luckily for me, I designed the mountain in creative a few days before the season started, so I can focus solely on the survival aspect. I quite frequently do creative terraforming over on my Twitch stream in case you are curious about the process. But no time for that now, let's get into phase 1, materials. Since this has been my plan since the start of the season, my focus has been on automating some of the more annoying blocks to gather. But none of this really matters in comparison to the block I need the most of. And I don't really want to think about that right now, so let's get on to gathering some of the blocks we already have. Where shulkers are great and have worked great for us so far, but we have backpacks, and backpacks are just better. But I'd like to make us at least 2 new backpacks today. Get those 2 upgraded, and I think we're gonna just send them up to gold, although I do have a lot of diamonds, so it probably doesn't hurt to upgrade them 1 step further. I'm also going to craft a couple of upgrade bases and a few stack upgrades. Right, now let's run around our farms and wait, I don't think I have an I don't have a way to access this. Get that running into you and out from there. On a roll. And well, I'm actually gonna need pretty much an entire chest of this, which is our first resource on the list checked off. Item number 2 is also super simple, just need a bunch of andesite. Onto the final easily automated item. I do have a few more, but I helped Forgy set up a couple more sheeps in her wool farm, and I just need to grab about a shulker box of this, or a single chest. Probably just gonna grab a few extra stacks. This is my iron farm, which also produces both gravel and cobblestone. So I'm just gonna spend the next little while in here picking up all of the gravel, dropping on the ground, and grabbing all of the cobblestone from the belt. That is gravel checked off the list. Going to need a bit more gravel, I think, in the future, as I need a bunch of different concretes. But before that, I need to process up all of this cobblestone into regular stone. And that's a lot of smoke. I guess we'll wait for that to cook up. I can head down into the cavern as we have 2 more easy blocks to gather. And that is, first of all, going to be deep slate, where actually just that is more than I need. Back up here, this should have smelted. And I think I'm just going to do... Oh boy. That's a lot of stone. Right. Another material checked off the list. And while I still don't really want to think about the block that I need 20,000 of, so let's instead work on 2 others, pale moss and acacia logs. Both of these I need over 4,000 of, and I'd rather not gather either one by hand. I think the farm we're going to start off with is going to be the acacia farm, as I think that's going to take longer to produce everything we need. So I ran over here to Chosen's, and he doesn't have a mall set up quite yet, and he also doesn't have deployers automated. He does have electron tubes though, so I'm gonna buy 16 of those. Since he doesn't have a per array set up, I'm just gonna throw 2 diamonds in here, like most of us have been doing on the server so far. Do a little bit of crafting. This should be pretty much everything I need. Just need to find the spot, and well, I don't have any acacia saplings. I'm just gonna... Perfect. All I needed. I think temporarily I'm gonna just set this up behind the mountain. Maybe just right next here to Rofo. And well, I'm just gonna make this probably overkill size wise, but rather that than not having the resources when I need them, and also probably super ugly. We're just gonna get some deployers extended across here. All of these are gonna be filtered to be placing our acacia saplings. Bring that over on the end here. Let's clear away a couple of blocks. Actually, let's get that above. So that gives me a bit more space for storage, where I'm gonna go super simple, shoot chest, and just go down with this a few times. Maybe like 3 times. Didn't forget to grab a water wheel, so just crafted one of those up real quick. And all we need to do now is get our mechanical bearing in place right down here. And of course, can't forget one of the most important steps, gluing everything together. And then should just be able to do that. And it starts spinning. Patch that back up. Put a sapling in there. We also have a bunch of bone meal on me, and we can get a quick started. And looks like I'm gonna have to clear away a couple of blocks as well. And that isn't too bad of a thing, because I need a lot of dirt. I think it's about 14,000. So not the block I need the most of, but definitely still a lot. Just gonna spend a little bit of time bone mealing and babysitting this to get a couple of saplings up and running, where I do think we have an okay amount. I'll check back on it in a little bit to see if it works still. For now, we need to go back and put together a few more blocks to build the second farm. Right, that there should do. And wow, that's looking quite good. Oh, yeah, okay, I might have made it a little too big. Right, but since these chunks are already loaded, I think this is the perfect spot to build our temporary pale moss farm, where I'm following a design by UForce, as I don't really think creatifying moss farm is too worth it. Not a design I've ever built before, so hopefully turning it on, it works. I mean, that's moss and that's stone. Yeah, that definitely works. And I'm within this chunk. Oh, just about perfect. And during the time I built this, the farm here has built up even more. Actually, let's see if we might even have enough of this already. 12, 15, 18, 21. This is 21 stacks, and it's pretty much what I need, but I do think I'm going to craft for 3 extra. And that's not enough acacia logs. But at least we can check off acacia wood from the material list. And well, I think it's time to tackle the block I'm worried about. 20,000 snow layers. And I think the best way for us to move forward on this is going to be hopping in here to a creative world. So much so that I don't even know how we can farm this. That's a problem. Right, let's get rid of that. And snow layers are broken by that. Important question is we get snowballs. If we just use regular drills, we get nothing. So plows is the way we go then. Right, so if we expand on this idea, if I have seats and I grab a couple of snow golems and I place them in said seats and set it off, it would work if they could actually sit on the seats on the contraption. Okay, I don't think I can realistically move them around. So I think I'm going to try a different approach instead. Locking them in cages. Because, well, that's what we Minecrafters do whenever everything else fails. So if we have this, do it all together. Portable storage phase on the top, perhaps. Creator motor down below. Now that center spins. If I speed this up, I mean, we're getting snow. Okay, I have actually refined this idea a little bit, where I now have them standing a little further out with a half slab and an iron bar. And then I've got an output here on the top where we're just speeding up the funnel here with a 2 tick redstone poles. As if you didn't know, if you super quickly unpower and power a funnel, it would let you output more items. So let's see what happens when we speed this up this time. It somehow works worse. I mean, it's spewing out snow, just not that quickly. Can they make snow on chutes? They can't. Can they make snow on encased chutes? They can. Can encased chutes still accept blocks? Maybe then what we do is we do this and we create an output system below the farm. I mean, it's not perfect. It's only outputting 1 at a time. Can it make it on smart chutes? Can. It's still only outputting 1. Most of the snow is being flung out to here. So what if we just break these blocks? Oh, I guess maybe it's not even making snow faster than this. But that is pretty quick. It's not even using the middle one. So I think we can remove these. And we just have an item flow down there then. Okay, refine the design a bit, and I've got a material list here for us to put together. I had to do a little bit of crafting, but I ended up having most of everything. For the location, I don't care too much where it is, as I'll probably move it in the future, but for now, building it in the little gorge next to my base, as it should be easy to hook up to power here. Just need to hop on down here, grab a couple of pumpkins, a little bit of snow, and if we break these 2 blocks, it should be pretty easy to get the snow golem down there. Oh boy. Actually, we have carry on. Oh, I can't place it down here. Come on, in you go. There you go. Right, let's get the Ruther 30 in as well. Okay, just need to hook this up to power now. And the reason I built it down here is because I have a steam engine quite literally next door. And that means this is definitely temporary. And well, we aren't supposed to have farms at spawn in the future anyways. So it's probably just a good thing. Right, let's inverse that. Make sure we're spinning into that vault. Perfect. Then we can hook these two up and the farm should start. It does. It's probably going to be spewing items all over the place because it's not a good design by any means, but it works. And it means that I hopefully can get the 20,000 snow layers I need. Hopefully. I'm going to go for a quick break and let the farm run for a bit. Back from my little break. While that runs, let's wrap up some of the other blocks that we see are still missing. With that right there should be all of the acacia logs. And I think this one ran out of bone meal. So it's not self-sufficient then, is it? Turn it off and hope that we have enough. We can also throw some of these moss carpets back in here to create even more bone meal so that we can start it back up here in a bit. But we shouldn't need to, as yeah, that's way more than we need. Which involves crafting, but also standing inside of the iron farm a bit more to stack back up on gravel. Turning half of this into sand down by the community workshop, as I need a ton of light gray concrete powder. Over in the cavern, let's pick up our machine in here, head down into the caves and dig out a bit more deep state with our drill. I also need more diorite, so I'm up a little higher in the world to dig for that. Before a nether trip, as I also need to stock up on more basalt. Not enough to warrant an entire farm, however, just a quick session with that drill. Which, of course, is looking so good. And hopefully, with me spending time doing all of this... Oh, this is a little laggy. It didn't activate. Uh-oh. Why? Oh boy. Oh boy. At least we should have nearly 26,000 snow in here. Clear them with a quick command there, and well, yeah, that's a lot better. And something tells me I'm not going to be running this farm for a while, so I'm just going to yoink one of the smart chutes on it and get a little output built up. Oh, that's going to start that back up, and that's going to start the entire thing back up. At least you should turn off this time, but it's so loud. Oh wait, I don't want it to turn back on. I think this is the worst possible spot I could have put this chest in, I'm not gonna lie. And we have an entire backpack that's just gonna be dedicated to this, where the first thing I need is stacks upon stacks of actual snow blocks. About an entire row should do the trick. Then I'm gonna need to craft 20,000 snow layers. There has to be a faster way than doing it like this. 1 eternity later. There we go. That should about do. Each one of these lines is a bit over 6,000 blocks. And that is pretty much all of the blocks gathered, except one. Grass, dirt, which I need still 15,000 of. And I have like a fifth of that, so that's not great. Luckily for me though, we have a little cheeky peek at our map. Eggs has done a lot of digging, and I'm assuming that he's gonna have some dirt. He just has to get on. So we have to get a little distracted. And the first thing I've got to do, I've got to have a little chat with Azu, because I really like this texturing here underneath the train tracks. And Azu has that texturing. I actually took some inspiration from him when I made my area. And we have this thing called shuffle filters in the game, which means that we should be able to create this texturing with a train and not have to do it by hand. And well, since it's technically his texturing, I wanted to have a chat with him if he wanted to do this project together, because I kind of want to lease the train to people. Azu.
Hey Stem, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing fine. I'm just trying to do something that is going to be really funny, at least for me. Probably not for you.
What?
No, nothing. I'm not going to make huge billboards advertising my shops, so don't worry about that. That's just an imagination in your head.
Okay, so you're the vandal. Anyways, I came to ask you a question.
Yeah.
I'm in love with your little texturing here underneath your tracks so much that I used it in my area. And I'm going to build a big railroad here soonish, and I kind of want to do this texturing all the way there, like under the everything, but I don't really want to do it by hand. So I was thinking of figuring out a machine to do it for us, like a train with rollers and shuffle filters to hopefully create something that still looks good.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Well, the first thing is I didn't know that you can actually do that, but it sounds really amazing.
I didn't either, but I had a little test with it, and it does seem to work. And well, I was thinking if I'm going to spend all this time figuring out a train that does this, I wanted to lease it out to people, because I'm assuming that people might be a little lazy to texture their underside of their tracks and they might want to use it. And well, since it's technically your texturing, I wanted to check with you if you wanted to, well, build it with me and run the leasing business.
Yeah, of
With me.
course. Yes, yes. For like making a little bit of money with it too. Well, you don't have to tell me
Hopefully.
twice. Yeah.
No, I can tell that, but by all your shops that you're setting up.
Yeah, I have to make money.
Yeah, how much money are you making?
The problem is not too much, but I'm trying. I'm trying.
Well, I don't really have the time right now, so I'm not going to start working on that. But in the future, at least, I want to make sure that it's something that you wanted to do. And also help me design the actual detailing around the train.
Yeah, of course. So I was planning to make a little workshop for trains because I want to make some small trains as well. So
yeah?
if I were to make a little locomotive, design the whole thing together.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I gotta get back to a mountain. All right. Toodles.
Thank you so much for the offer. Bye-bye.
Bye. Even though we still miss the dirt, since Eggs isn't online, we need to kill the time. So I'm going to mark phase 1 as complete and move on to phase 2, the build. Which actually doesn't start with us placing blocks, hence why I'll survive without the dirt. No, we instead need to start clearing away a few sections of the current vanilla mountain, as the new mountain doesn't go on top of the old terrain in all areas. Moving myself around the mountain, clearing out a few small sections of terrain here and there. Where here around the back, I've got a bigger segment I'd like to clear, as I want to bring in a sloping snowy area, which means I have a few more blocks to clear out. My tools are nearly broken now, and I think, yep, I found a spawner up here, which we're just going to yoink. And flying my way over to Silence Base, I'll be able to get 2 birds with 1 stone, as if we just leave the spawner here, I can pick up 2 diamond blocks. And I can repair my tools super quickly from this pump and crank. Back at the project with repaired tools, let's finish digging the area I started before the small forced break. Just following the chain conveyor out here, because Eggs has now hopped online and I need to have a little chat with him. Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Hi. Hello there, good sir. I'm looking for dirt.
Got plenty of that. Follow me.
Oh, yeah. Now this
Follow me.
is what I've been after whenever I've been asking people for dirt.
I got plenty. I
What?
did throw a couple of drills worth away because, you know.
Now that's criminal. That is criminal. Well, I'd understand throwing the cobblestone away, but dirt?
Yeah.
That is criminal.
If you need a lot of it, you should set up a farm for it. They're fairly easy to build.
Yeah, no, I'm probably going to. I've just, I'd rather not right now. I've already set up 3 farms and I just really want to build this mountain. And I got to get it done by Monday. And it's
That's
now
fair.
Friday evening.
Right here.
Oh.
Those,
Ooh,
and then it goes
ooh. Do you
back
want any
a
of this?
I mean, leave a little bit, of course.
All right. Fair enough.
Leave a couple of double chests, but take whatever you want.
Tasty, tasty dirt. Yeah, this should do. I need about 15,000 blocks.
Oh, that's nothing.
That's nothing, he says. I mean, you don't have that much. This is... I've got 12,000 now, which is nearly enough for me, actually.
I need 35,000 stone.
35,000. Are you holding a drill right now? Or
No.
Can you put that clipboard away?
Clipboard.
Oh, thank you, my frames.
Wait, does that impact your frames?
Yep. Right, well, I appreciate the dirt. Well, the only problem right now is that we only have a limited amount of grass. But I'm gonna say it's fine. Well, that is looking pretty good. Our resources gathered, it's time to get to work. Where the most logical step for me is going to be to start working with the dirt and building up the sloping terrain that will go between all of the actual rock faces. Where I'm spending the time now instead of going back later, adding in coarse dirt and actually brown concrete powder around the transition between rock and grass. Well, it's technically Sunday now, it's just very early or late, and starting to pick some of the dirt. That's all. It just makes me want to keep going. Maybe I'll keep going a little longer. And before we start working on that, I just want to go through the palette real quick. Where we got our darkest block here, the smooth basalt, going into deep slate, through some acacia logs there, tough pale moss, gravel stone, andesite, and finally finishing off with light gray wool and light gray concrete powder. Where I've assigned all of these colors into 4 different groups, and that's how I've done the texturing. Where we got our darkest blocks moving into our lighter blocks, and then within this range is just randomized between the different blocks that are available. Putting this to practical use, starting to bring up the first rock face, going for a few more darker blocks towards the bottom and close to grass to add an artificial shadow. Where for now I want to focus on this one south peak of the mountain so that I at least get a start done. We're continuing creating artificial shadows with our darker blocks and artificial light, hitting the mountain with our brighter blocks to help add shape to it. Just to keep things a bit more interesting, I've left some gaps which I'm now coming back in and filling up with grass and dirt. Before continuing this up, working towards something of a peak at least. Where to fully wrap it up, I want to introduce our first snowy area, utilizing diorite to transition between the stone blocks into the snow blocks. Okay, that looks so cool. Oh, I just want to keep building, but it's a 1:30 a.m. So let's get a bit more dirt extended up between the peak and my base area, before bridging the final gap with some more rock faces to make this side feel at least a tiny bit more complete. Where this is definitely a good start to the mountain. And after another day spent mostly off the PC, it's now Sunday evening. So I want something rather simple to work on the train tracks leading past the bottom of the mountain over between Rofo, Froggy and Blockdown, getting the tracks placed down. And with a quick stop by Chosen's now actual functioning mall picking up some rollers, I can get a quick and dirty track cleaner to break the terrain above the tracks built up. And well, I've ran these so many times now, so I figured I'd run over to Rofo and ask if he instead wanted to try it, as this is actually his first time playing the Create mod. Just a little bit more cleaning up after the machine and at least the tracks are in. Still a lot more work to do to get them actually looking good and well, some terraforming to fix up. But at least the tracks are in, and well, Rofo can know where they sit so that he can start decorating his area. And yeah, I need to connect this down. But no, I want to go up more, as yeah, this is not the final peak. It's all the way up there. And yeah, it's Monday morning now, 9 a.m. and I've got to try to finish this before 9 p.m. Yeah, I'm starting to think that I set a little bit of an impossible deadline, especially with me not being on most of the weekend. I'm gonna try my best. So let's pick up our blocks once again and get back to work, where I really want to start building towards the main peak of the mountain, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Instead, I think focusing on building up the grass layers is going to be our best bet, where I'm on the sort of backside of the mountain starting to create different plains. And while I was originally thinking I'd do most of the backside with the schematic cannon, but I'm honestly not so sure, as it's going pretty smooth just building. Where this looks really messy, and well, considering my time crunch, I should probably do the backside with the schematic cannon, but I kind of just want to keep placing the dirt and get all of the dirt in around the entire thing. Not to mention I have to go back in here in the future and actually smooth this out down to connect to the original train, especially on the front side. So back to it, I think. Just continue to build up the north side dirt all the way up. Continuing on from that, I'm starting to tackle the northwest corner, which is definitely one of the corners with the largest amount of dirt. If not in total, definitely in one connected segment. Where this plane here is going to continue upwards, but around about here, I want to transition this into snow. And well, I don't really feel like doing any of the snow right now. I really just want to focus on getting all of the dirt placed in, which means we need to tackle the final southwest corner of the build, connecting it down to over here, where I can't really go the entire way, as I don't want to mess too much with Rofo, as to my knowledge, he's going to be expanding down this way, which might just mean I get away with doing a little less work, which in the grand scheme of things really isn't going to save me much time. But at this stage, with it approaching 11 a.m, I'll take all the time save I can get. Missed a little spot of grass above this section I've just built in, so getting that placed in before popping back around to the south and front side and getting a few more splashes of dirt built up that I didn't do earlier. But that's all of the dirt and grass placed in around most of the mountain. Still some areas to connect up to the terrain around, but we'll come back to that. For now, I want to start building the mountain up again and still want to do that main peak. But I think it's better if I leave that as a reward once the rest is done, and starting off over by Rofo as he's in the area working. And I think it'd be kind of funny if a mountain just starts appearing in the background of whatever he's working on. Where it's going pretty good, but my current issue is all of the gravity blocks and trying to build it up in something that's not really just boring, printing it by layer. So I think we gotta look at how we can do this a little better. For now, let's just go that boring printing route and build up the southwest peak of the mountain all the way up. And I would fly up in the sky to see this, but I am quite literally all out of rockets. So let's just quickly have a little peek from over here. And oh, it's already looking pretty good, doesn't it? I really want to work on this segment here next. Not the main peak, but just making these non-floating. But before that, I think I've got to utilize this amazing mob farm that I made here and see if I can stock back up on some gunpowder for a few more rockets. Yeah, this was a pretty bad mob farm. I only got 2 gunpowder. Well, I guess I'll have to wait for nighttime, and while I do, I've got no time to waste this. It's quickly approaching 1 p.m. and I want to try to get as much of this built before I need to go and have some lunch. Where I mentioned it earlier that I've designed this mountain in creative already, and I'm using a mod called like Magicka to help me bring it over. Where I could just use the schematic cannon, but that would make for a pretty boring video. And it also wouldn't really be a challenge to get this entire thing built. Hi.
Hey, Stam. Hey, buddy. How you doing, bud?
Hi, bud. Hey, hi. Hi.
Oh, buddy, old pal. Best friend. Good Stam. Good buddy.
What do you want, Foxy?
Oh, I'm just, with us being such good friends and all of that and things, I thought I'd come and say hello and ask you to do me a bit of a favor, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, there it is. What do you want, Foxy?
Have you heard of the Silverfish Gang?
What?
The Silverfish Gang.
I have not heard about this. Yeah.
And Blockdown and Froggy. They griefed me, Stam. They griefed me.
They're calling themselves the Silverfish Gang?
Well, they had silverfish heads on, and they basically spammed loads of invested blocks and silverfish heads in my basement.
I've heard about this, yes.
I was wondering if you wanted to help me get revenge on them, because I'm pretty sure they've also done bad things to you.
Yeah, they did rob me, all of them actually. Yeah, I feel I feel pretty revenged out from just that thing, but I'm happy to help you get revenge.
Yeah. I've got a good idea that will literally blow them away, Stam.
I've already blown them up once. Do we have to blow them up again?
No, I'm not going to blow them up. I'm not going to do anything destructive or bad.
Oh, okay. Because I've already blown their shop to smithereens.
I know you did.
Yeah.
I know. I'm very aware of your destructive capabilities, but that's not what I'm asking you for, Stam.
Okay.
My plan...
I like it.
And then there's their secret base as well.
The secret base? I have heard about it. I have no idea where it is, though.
I'm sure we can figure that out. I'm sure between me and you, we can put our heads together and discover accidentally, of course, trip over their secret base a bit.
I'm not sure our 2 heads will be too good at finding things. We could also just, go and Fred and Beardy with a baby chicken. I'm sure he'd blabber.
That's a good idea.
Filling in that little segment there before Fox interrupted me. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. I really want to see the main peak coming in. That's going to be sitting right up here. That is so exciting. And well, I think the front side is ready for the main peak, but we have a lot of work to do on the backside. And well, 1 p.m. right now, and I have a few more hours to work on this and hopefully finish it up. Although I do not think I'm getting all the foliage and all the snow layers in today. I don't know. I will try. To continue working up the base of this, I need to head around to the back where I just want to start connecting the rock faces between all of the different plateaus of grass that we built up earlier. Working away on this north side of the build where it's definitely at a point where it's starting to come together. And I really just need to get a move on for this build, continuing with the same workflow I've just done, connecting all of the different grassy areas on the northwest side of the mountain. Where it is now right after 2 p.m. and the base of this mountain is definitely starting to come together. I do, however, feel a little bit bad for Rofo. Not only the fact that the entire mountain all around his base is still floating, but also this side is got no lob on it. So let's get to work fixing that up at least somewhat. Not the floating part, but the fact that there's about 0 custom mountain on the side where I'm just going to go all the way up to where the snow will begin. And I even got checked by Rofo in the process. I am serious. There's a Minecraft movie.
There's not.
Hello?
Let me Google it.
It's literally called a Minecraft movie. That's where Lava Chicken comes from.
That's where Lava Chicken comes from?
Yes.
You're lying.
Did you? No. How does no one know that there was a Minecraft movie?
I didn't know.
Insane.
That is crazy. Yeah. It's here on the sign.
Gullible.
Of course I've heard about the movie stamp.
Oh my god. We're taking a step back on this side. I even added in a little bit of snow throughout there and that coming up there. And oh my god, it is looking majestic. I also just have to take a look at the map here, where everything that's white now, pretty much, except some of the bits here where I've already added snow, is what we've got left. And then the detailing. And I don't really want to think about that. Instead, what I want to think about is this little canyon sort of area coming through here that I dug out earlier, where I just want a giant sort of snowfield sloping up towards the peaks here, where you might have thought about it, but Slam, did you have 20,000 snow layers for the mountain? Where are those? Well, placing snow layers is extremely tedious, and I don't plan to place them by hand, or at least not without Limatica printer, so I'm leaving them out for now. Instead, getting the diorite and snow blocks in so I have the base sorted. Beardy! Oi! Ahoy!
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, there's a whole mountain there now.
Yeah,
It's very nice.
thank you. I don't think I'm going to be finishing it by 9 p.m.
I don't think you are either, no.
No.
But the good thing is, once you get the peak done, then I can just go over there, build another skydock.
There's a... Oh, actually, come with me. Do you have an elytra?
I've got a jetpack on me.
Okay, well, come here then. There is a very nice flat area behind up here.
Oh,
The peak is
there
going to go
is.
up right here. And I mean,
Yeah.
this is the perfect spot for a skydock.
it may well be. It may well be. I mean, it's right in the cloud line, which is annoying, but I can just turn clouds off.
Oh, yeah,
so
I've turned
that's
those
fine.
off for today.
Yeah.
I'm going to go see Frolash's reaction since he's been off all day and not seen it actually come to life. Bye.
Hello?
Hello? Where is he?
Where are you?
I'm above you. What do you think, Throw?
Where you at? Where are you? There you. Hi. Oh my god, look at that mountain.
There's an entire backside to it as well.
Oh my gosh, because you're a good person and you do the back as well.
I do. I'm building it by hand even. I was going to do it with schematic cannon, but here I am. I don't know what I'm doing. I got to build a peak now.
Hey, I have something of yours.
You have something of mine?
I do.
What is that?
Here, can I pick you up?
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready? Come with me. I can't see. There we go. So, this is supposed to be an interrogation, but I don't know how to do that. All right? I'm going to put you down here.
Okay.
And as you've probably seen, Azu and I have lost some donkeys.
Yeah.
And we were just, I want to make sure that you have nothing to do with it.
I don't have anything to do with it.
Because I've heard tell that there was some four-legged creature killing at the beginning of the server,
No.
but were they just the horse variety?
I didn't even kill any horses.
All right, I believe you. So what I'll do is I'll just give you your horse back.
I have a horse?
Yeah.
No.
He's down here. There you go.
Oh, he's probably got a better home here. You know what? He could just stay.
He's super fast.
Yeah, no, I think he could stay. That's fine. I'd probably just box him in. He'd probably live underneath the mountain otherwise.
Oh, there we go. So he's already underneath yeah. So that's perfect. Cool. Well, I believe you. I'm actually
I'm
planning
still of
on
the
a
belief
stable.
that you two just lost the donkeys and are trying to blame other people, but you know.
So yeah, I mean I think honestly it was the baby chickens, if I'm gonna be perfectly honest.
You know what? That is a really good shout.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah, they ate all my animals.
Yep, because my donkey was like here on the side of this hill, so there's a good chance it just wandered over.
That got eaten.
Yeah. I don't know about Azu's, but yeah. But you know, gotta interrogate people, and I'm really bad at it. So
All right. Well, I'm gonna go build the peak.
hey, good luck.
Thanks.
And I'll see you later, buddy.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Back to it, where I've got one final section I want to build up before we can begin the main peak, which is the supporting peak to the east side of the mountain, building up from the Andesite farm and connecting over to the plateau with my workshop and storage. Where I'm just topping the top off with our snow, and well, I'm running out of things to say at this point, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, at least the mountain also looks awesome from this side now, and I'm getting I don't even know what to say. I'm getting so excited to start seeing this come together now. Where I think we are about ready to start building the main peak, as well, I've got the base pretty much built up on every single side now. Well, at least to 8 degrees, so let's just speed up the next 40 minutes into the span of about 10 seconds. Where another 20 minutes later, in a second 10 seconds, I can get all of the snow also built up to Y level 200. Where the month is at a point now where we can pretty much look at it from any direction and it looks good. But there's of course still a final segment missing to send it above the old mountain. And well, I still gotta light most of it up, so yeah, not too excited about that. Where I just want to finish this now. The final layers above Y level 200, filling my inventory with all of the different blocks and just going for it. Wait, it's the final blocks. Oh my god, it's done! Well, kind of. Where I started working on this 8 hours ago now today, and here it is. Don't mind that down there. Just look up. Just there we go. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, wait. There we go. Who am I kidding? We're not even done yet. That's just the main shape. No. We need to do the detailing. Mr. B.
Hey,
Hi. It's done.
you've done the mountain. Oh, wow. It's not 9 o'clock yet, though, Stan.
No, and it's also still missing the detailing, and it is floating all around Rofo space. Only
I see.
Rofo
So it's not
space as well.
finished.
Nah,
It's looking good.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, it's not done. If you're down at Rofo space, it does not look very complete.
Yeah, I can see all the holes
Yeah, and then there's a bigger hole around the corner as well to his area.
right next to his base.
Yes. Listen, I've been very understanding to him wanting to build there, so I've just like, you know, not done that area yet.
You basically been understanding by being like, well, you can build that bit then.
No, I'll build it. I'll build it. I just, yeah.
Looks good though.
Thanks. I made a lovely looking wood farm. They're all funneling down to him. It's great. It's great.
That's just mean, Stan. That's just mean.
No, it's good. It's good.
Well, it took me a while, but I finally managed to dig out the hole and make a start on the tavern. Look,
Wow. Yeah, great job.
it's a start. It's got some wood in it.
Yeah. I mean, my mountain has a rock in it and some snow. All right, time to place 20,000 snow layers. Bye.
Yay! Bye.
No, not yay. Cry. Where I think we're at a point now where we can call phase 2 of this project done and move on to phase 3, which I've hinted at, the detailing stage. And well, phase 3 involves placing all of the 20,000 snow layers, but also all of the foliage throughout the grassy segments. And well, since it's nearing 6 a.m. now and I need to get this done today to get this video out on time, we're going to bring out the help of a trusty friend, the schematic cannon. I just have to wait for this schematic to load, which is the entire mountain, and it's taking a minute. All right, got that aligned properly, throwing that in the schematic cannon, and hopefully don't crash my game. 19 pages, that's fine. We're gonna be checking off most of this because we only wanted to place a couple of specific items. Much better, down to 4 pages, and everything over here could actually be fit into 1. And oh boy, that's a lot of bushes. Okay, I think I figured out a solution for our problems, and we're gonna make it grass, firefly, and bush farm. And this is everything. 63 smart shoots. I know exactly what this calls for. A trip to the mall. How am I gonna afford this? Some more of those. I don't even need these. I don't even need these things, but I'm buying them anyways. I have a problem.
You're about to set all of my stuff on fire. It's just gonna go, oh no, we need to start working. They're already losing their mind down there.
Probably. I'm gonna wait for my shower of loot.
Well, yeah, you just bought a whole bunch of other stuff.
I know.
So now it's gonna take 10 years.
I'll go craft them on my own. All right, thanks, Chosen.
Yep.
This is, as always, amazing. And I will be spending probably over 1,000 diamonds here during the season. Chosen, you have gunpowder? How do you have so much gunpowder?
We have a witch farm.
You should still shut up a shop. I need gunpowder. I'm gonna take 9 stacks. Here.
That's fine.
Take some
There's
diamonds.
probably like thousands.
Well, that's the gunpowder problem solved. At least I was just starting to consider the fact that I need a ton for the actual detailing. Right, let's get back to finishing off the shoots here. We're just going to craft up some rose quartz. I need to get these pressed down. Grab a sandpaper. And this is done pressing. Meaning we can do the crafting electron tubes into smart shoots. And that should be everything we need to build the farm. Where this farm needs to be placed in a biome which only generates grass to work fully, which luckily I've just covered a mountain biome, so I've got the perfect spot right underneath the terrain we've just built. Where it looks like it has finished, so let's get it hooked up to power, which is going to be super simple as I've already routed some up for my steam engine, and we can connect it right there. And now we just need to go get bone meal. Quick rundown on how this works, however. There is a bunch of deployers under here, which are going to be hooked up to shears, which are being supplied by these mechanical arms. And then over here, we got the grass and the firefly bush farm, where if you hit these lever, it's going to activate these droppers over and over again, and then there's shears underneath harvesting that. And well, the firefly bushes actually don't need shears, so they are just empty deployers, and then everything goes into this vault right over here. And well, it just needs bone meal to work, so we need to head down to Silence Mow Farm, where I'm pretty sure there is a ton of bones just laying around. Yep, 7,800 blocks. So let's grab about that much. Oh, Silent.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going good. Dude, there's been some
good. Wait,
earthquake activities during the night.
Oh man, really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
really,
crazy.
really.
Oh no, is everyone okay?
Everyone's okay. We just have a new geological feature of spawn.
Oh, that sounds super serious. Someone should investigate that. I don't see anything.
What's your render distance like?
I mean, I see a mountain.
Yeah.
Is that new? That
Yeah.
seems new. Is it a volcano?
No,
'Cause that's how
no,
mountains form.
no.
Oh,
It's just a mountain.
so it was tectonic plates. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Well then, I mean, congrats. Or sorry?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I
Fair enough.
need to put grass all over it. I've got an inventory of bone blocks at the moment for a grass farm. All right, I'm gonna go power off my farm now. Just wanted to see it. Bye.
Okay, well, I saw it. Bye.
Right, back up here. Let's put the bone meal in. Power on. Oh wait, I don't have any shears yet. Hold up. This should last at least a little bit. So let's try turning back on. Right, is everything working? Everything. Ah! Oh, it's biting me. It's biting back. The mountain's fighting back. Okay, it's fine. Right, it's not working because these aren't on. But now everything should be working, albeit a little slowly while the shears are still filling up. We are getting short grass and hopefully also firefly bushes soon. Just a little bit of lighting up and yeah, that's enough. And this thing is very laggy, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. Right. Now we just need to get these out of here. Iron bars. Then I should have funnels in this backpack. Yes, I do. We can create a couple of casings, which we can turn into drains. Couple more logs and a few chests. And then up here we can get the drains down. We can get our chests right here. Input and output. Bushes, firefly. Hopefully that gives us grass where we can have that outputting our grass. Perfect. And right, how many stacks of everything are we going to need? So 32 stacks of this. That's 9, 18, 27. And we'll do one more row. Throw those in here for now. How many stacks of that? Only 11, right? Yes. And then grass, I'm pretty sure we're going to need at least an entire chest and probably a bit more. But I didn't end up designing a farm for any dry grass as I really only needed 2 stacks of this. So just gathering that quickly down by Yasu. Where up here, let's get our backpack with everything in it out and let's just drop it all on the ground as I do not want it placing any more stone or anything as then it might break something that I've done to change the farm or the mountain. And we can put this all back in, load this up with gunpowder and bring that out, throw that in there. And then we don't want to replace solid. We actually don't want to replace any blocks. Where the past 10 hours of my life has been leading up to this moment, watching the details get placed down all around the mountain. And if you want to see this crazy Monday, I'll have a link below to the VOD over on my second channel as I actually streamed the entire build. And well, if you listen far enough, you can actually hear me recording this voiceover. Oh my god, it's done. All the snow layers, it's all done, and I did it. It's not even 8 p.m. Just nearly like 11 hours of work. It's fine. And Tuesday. Well, unfortunately, we weren't able to wrap this project up last night. And, well, even if I was able to wrap it up last night, I think I wouldn't get the video up in time. So we might as well do this properly. And I've still got a bunch of resources left over from building the mountain. And, yeah, we gotta clean up here around Rofo because I feel quite bad for him. Let's just start by cutting down the, I think, decorative trees that Rofo has right next to his home as they're a little bit in the way. Which means we can start that final terraforming where my original plan was for the mountain to level out here. But since Rofo wants to build a bit in this area, I'm just going to extend it down straight into the ground. Which is looking really, really good. Gotta come back with some foliage. But for now, I want to keep going this way as, well, this terrain has looked like this for a while now. And yeah, it's about time I fix it up. Plus, we need to rethink this slope a little bit, considering the train tracks now start sloping away earlier than I originally thought. Where we can start with tearing away a couple of grass blocks to expose all of the train tracks. And then start building up the terrain around it. The texturing around the train track will be a future project. For now, I'm just bringing in some stone underneath as a temporary block so that they aren't floating. And instead of a pretty steep grassy slope, I want to build some plateaus so that we can bring in some more stone bits. With a bit of foliage in, it's looking really good. But I do feel a bit bad cutting down what I realized was Rofo's decorative trees, so let's get some custom ones built back up. And while I do that, not even for the trees, but just the entire mountain, if you enjoyed the video so far and you haven't subscribed, you definitely should, because I'm so close to 100k and it just means the world to me. Additionally, leaving a like and a comment really goes a long way with helping me out, even if that comment is just no comment or maybe an emote, which reminds you of today's video. There's one final little detail though that I want to add to this. Augie.
What?
Hi.
What do you want?
Did you get any bee nests when you were cutting down the forest?
Of course I did. What do you want them?
Can I have one? I want to give it to Rofo.
Why?
Do you see those beautiful trees over there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need a bee nest under one of them.
Maybe. What's in it for Froggy?
A beautiful looking environment outside your front door.
Well, no, I have to look at Rofo's build in your mountain.
Yeah,
in that hole
environment.
that you guys dug.
Yeah, no, that's on Rofo. That's not on me.
Okay, but like, if you look over here, the ambiance it's giving, you know?
Hmm?
Over there, it looks like a big turd.
Where?
Right in this whole area, like right here-ish.
If you're a hater, I mean, we can spice it up a little bit with a bee nest in there. Maybe make
Yeah,
it
I think a
little...
bee nest will fix it. Let me go see if I have any.
No.
Oh, well, now you gotta wait for him to go back in.
Thanks.
Well, you interrupted me while I was busy.
It's fine. Yeah, no. Thank you. I appreciate it. We're gonna run to the back here. I think we could just get this guy in right up here, which only leaves phase 4 left. Profit. Which, that profit for me was seeing all of my friends' reaction and getting to see this project completed. Albeit nearly a day late, but hey, let's be real, that time frame was a little unrealistic considering how little I was able to play during the weekend. What actually is important is that the project I've been building up to since the start of this SMP is finally in place. But don't worry, I have a few more projects that I want to tackle at spawn, mostly actually bringing together my entire train. As, yeah, I have 2 carts up here, and I have the locomotive and the other 2 carts down here. And I'm also really considering if I'm going to add, like, booze for a little, like, kitchen and bedroom to bring with me, or if I might just build another storage wagon, but we'll see about that. I do also need to rebuild the locomotive a little bit, as I like the front part of it, but I'm not a massive fan of the cabin and tender, so I want to give that a little bit of love and bring it more closer to what the wagons are like. But that's a future project. For now, I've spent so much time on this video, even though it's only been a couple of days. I've played a lot of Minecraft, and not to mention all the creative planning that's gone into this one. So, as always, thank you to all of my supporters, and thank you to you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.